Hello and welcome to your A to Z guide to the 2022 Austrian Grand Prix. The second sprint weekend of this season takes place at the legendary Red Bull Ring for round 11 of this year's championship. Coming off a thrilling British Grand Prix just a few days ago, the Austrian Grand Prix is sure to provide us with a fantastic end to this doubleheader of races. And with this being a sprint weekend, today's video will be especially important so you can get up to speed on all the action taking place in Austria. So without further ado, let's get right into your race preview for this weekend. The Red Bull Ring in Spielberg is shortest in terms of lap time of all the races in 2022, but it sits as the 5th shortest circuit in terms of length on this year's calendar. The track is unique because it puts huge demands on a car's handling, while at the same time demanding good mechanical grip at low speeds and excellent performance at high speeds. This means that teams will have to compromise setup, but with this being a sprint weekend format, it means even less time for engineers and drivers to dial in the ideal setup. The Red Bull Ring is notorious for its aggressive curbs and is considered to be one of the toughest tests for vehicle suspension. That should be interesting to look out for, with 2022's new cars being put through another test, this time in Styria. This year will mark the 35th Austrian Grand Prix in Formula 1, and the first time the sprint weekend format will be held here. The most successful constructor in Spielberg is still McLaren, as they've won 6 times around this circuit. Next come Ferrari and Mercedes, and in Red Bull as well, who have been on a strong run of form as of late in Austria. That has allowed Max Verstappen to have the most wins at this track out of the current drivers, with 3 in total. Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton are the only other 2 current drivers to have won in Austria, having taken 2 victories apiece. In Austria, your best chance of winning the Grand Prix will come from pole position, as 35% of drivers have converted pole to a win. However, you have better odds of winning the race from outside of the top 3 than from starting second, as 29% of drivers took victory when starting from outside of the top 3. And with the Red Bull Ring being an old-school circuit, known for its roller coaster characteristics, the chance of seeing a safety car is decently high, with a 29% probability of a deployment in the race. Another reminder that this is a sprint weekend, so only one free practice session on Friday, with the sprint race taking place on Saturday. So make sure to take note of the times in your area and also in Austria. Kicking off the weekend notes will be the predicted weather forecast for Spielberg. The good news is that we should be in store for a clear weekend, but a milder than expected forecast for this time of year. The high will be on Saturday with it reaching 23 degrees, while Sunday features a slight chance of showers, but otherwise a clear day is in store. Moving on to tires, the softest compounds are back as the C3, C4, and C5 are available this weekend. With it being a sprint weekend, drivers are only allocated 12 sets of tires instead of the normal 13 for a standard weekend. The cooler temperatures this weekend might help with tire degradation in the race, as this track is about medium on Pirelli's wear rating, but the asphalt is fairly abrasive. Here are the rest of your weekend notes for the 2022 Austrian GP. So that'll wrap up your A to Z guide to the 2022 Austrian Grand Prix. Please do leave your race predictions in the comments below. And just a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our channel, as we are getting close to our 10,000 subscriber goal on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the race on Sunday.